Hello everyone, a very, very good afternoon. Welcome to a lovely bit of French music. For those of you here for the first time, my name's Ben, this is Home Choir, and you are very, very welcome. We are going to learn a beautiful piece by the astonishingly talented composer Gabriel Fauré. This is a Benedictus from one of his masses. You'll find a score in the description. We will show the score here on screen, and we're going to learn it in soprano, alto, tenor and bass. And it's really rather lovely. So looking forward to that enormously. If you are here for the first time, do consider please subscribing, as it doesn't cost you a penny. And how are we doing for subscribers this fine day? We have, as of Wednesday 4th of June, at just before 2 p.m. UK time, 6,185. 6185. Fabulous. Do come and join us. As I say, it's free. Hello to everyone who's watching live but not in the chat. And of course to everyone who's watching later on. Special hellos to Helene and Bill and Val and Sue and Tony and Sally and Annie and Maureen and Harry and Jude and Val and Huyen and Katie and Anne and Linda and everyone else. And then hello everyone over here. Hope you're keeping very, very well. And those of you who've been under the weather, I hope you're feeling better this afternoon. So who do we have with us singing along this afternoon? Hello, Alison. Hello, Eileen. Hello, Emma. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Irena. Hello, Angela. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jean. Hello, Jill. Hello, Jill. Hello, Karen. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Mary. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mike. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Soraya. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Suzanne. And everyone else. This is a really rather lovely piece. You can hear all sorts of influences from the classical tradition, though, with that telltale Fauré style. That whole business I keep going on about, the French composers in particular from this era, they find a chord sequence they like it so much they do it twice. This pops up not once but actually twice in this particular piece. So we're going to sing Home Choir to start the show, and this is a special version of our Home Choir logo that you all sang for me, though you didn't know it at the time. This is the Fauré Home Choir. So everyone, nice deep breath, and here we go. And beautiful. Well, that's not entirely authentic. I'm sure I heard some altos singing in that particular introduction. Welcome all of you to Home Choir. Hope you're looking forward to a really good sing. We're in the company of the splendidly mustachioed Fauré this afternoon. We're going to be looking at a Benedictus from his Messe Basse, and you'll find the score in the description. It's rather short and rather lovely. We'll start in a moment after the news with the soprano, alto, tenor, bass teaching, and then a full playthrough will follow at the end. If you're watching live, make yourselves a cup of tea and sing along. If you're watching later, of course, as always, all of the links will be in the descriptions. Click show more below here and you can jump straight to the relevant part of the rehearsal for you. Now, we've got a busy week. In fact, got a busy couple of weeks coming up here on Home Choir. This coming Friday, I've just been recording the backing track for this one. What a fantastic, very, very catchy song. I'm Going to Be 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, sung by us. I mean, it's going to be the earworm of not just the weekend, I think of the century. If you don't know it, you soon will. And if you do know it, you agree. It's a fabulous song and it's really going to get stuck in our heads. Next week is a very special week here on Home Choir. You'll be familiar, many of you, with the Marmalade Trust, who we supported with a very special broadcast on Christmas Day last year. Well, next week is their Loneliness Awareness Week, which they call LAW, which slightly threw me when they were talking about it. We want to help you, want some help with law. I was thinking you're talking to the wrong chap. But they wanted help with Loneliness Awareness Week. So all 4 of next week's shows, Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, are all in association with the Marmalade Trust. On Monday, we're going to be singing a beautiful folk song, Carrickfergus. We're going to be looking at a gorgeous bit of Vaughan Williams, O Taste and See, next Wednesday. Friday is going to be You've Got a Friend by Carole King. And then we've got a fantastic Sing Sunday to follow. So do make sure you don't miss a moment of Home Choir. I'll tell you how you can ensure that you get all of Home Choir in just a moment. But first of all, just huge thanks to everyone who supports Home Choir in the form of donations. We really do rely on your donations to keep doing what we're doing. And if you'd like to help out, even if you just buy us a coffee. It all helps. Go along to homechoir.org/donate. Help us keep doing what we're doing. We support charities, we raise awareness of important musical occasions, and we share music for free with the world. So go along if you wouldn't mind and help us out. And huge thanks if you already do. And of course, the newsletter, that's how you keep on top of everything that's going on in the world of home choir. And we're very, very busy. So go along to homechoir.org and click on the newsletter sign up option in the menu, fill in the very short form, and you're done. It's completely free. We'll send you an email every week, which is stuffed with links and news and scores when we can share them, and quite often newsletter subscriber only content. Next Wednesday, for example, there is a special session which you'll only get if you're a subscriber to the newsletter. So go along and sign up. And of course, if you tell us when your birthday is, well, we'll sing you happy birthday. And it is Sue's birthday today, so we will sing happy birthday for Sue, everyone. Are we ready? After two, a 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sue. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Many happy returns of the day to Sue and anyone else celebrating today and tomorrow, and more birthdays on Fun Friday. So this piece today, it's always nice to do a bit of Fauré, and we've done obviously the Sanctus on the Requiem, we've done his Ave Maria and some other little bits, but every now and then I sort of peruse the various online choral resources, and most notably, of course, the fabulous CPDL, on which I found this piece. Oh, hang on, I'm a bit big there. Hang on, I'm going to go back. Let me see what happens if I try it more like that. That was weird. Okay, well, there we go. This is a Benedictus from his Mass, the Messe Basse, which was published in around about 1880. And so it very much falls into the late Romantic category. Now, the original version has solo and tutti sections. We're just going to learn the whole thing. If you ever find yourself in a position to sing this, well, then you can say, well, I know the solo parts because I learnt them with Ben and Home Choir Online. As always, we're going to start off with the soprano line. So Sops, if you want to step up. Everyone else, you're very welcome to sing your part against this, but we will, as always, get to you very shortly. Now, this piece is in 3 in a bar. It's in B flat major, and it's written largo, which is moderately slow. Okay, it's very much derived and influenced by classical lines, and so you need to smile and sing very softly, sopranos. We sing 1, 2, Benedictus, Benedictus. Note the B natural there. Let's sing that together. 1, 2, Benedictus, Benedictus. Already we're off to an interesting place harmonically with Monsieur Fauré. Now, is the next line. It goes 1, 2, qui venit in nomine Domini. Let's sing that together after 2. 1, 2, qui venit in nomine Domini. Lovely. Now we sing at the end of the first line. We sing 1, 2, Benedictus, Benedictus. This time in bar 7, it's a B flat. First time it was a B natural. This time it's definitely a B flat. Let's sing together from the last 2 notes of the top line on the first page. 1, 2, Benedictus, Benedictus. Lovely. Now from that note in bar 7, qui venit in nomine Domini. And you can see this line goes for a walk. All moving by steps, so just make sure you drop your jaw and you really fill the space with your lovely singing. Qui venit in bar 7, sopranos. 1, 2, qui venit in nomine Domini. Lovely. Domini. I'd make sure that's nice and round and beautiful. Okay, now the tutti comes in. We're just going to continue singing, but do note this is a pianissimo entry when we get to this point. If you found your voice has crept up a bit in terms of dynamic, well then bring it down, make it nice and soft and gentle. We are about to take off and go a bit louder. Now, we sing Benedictus qui venit. So interesting things happening here. Listen to the soprano part. It's 1, 2. Okay, I know it carries on, but let's sing that together. Benedictus, this is the upbeat to the penultimate bar on the bottom line of the first page. It's 1, 2. Benedictus qui venit. Good. Now we carry on up. We sing in nomine Domini. Just listen to that for me from in nomine. 1, 2. Let's sing that together from the last note here on screen. 1, 2. In nomine Domini. And of course, smiling helps as you're coming down the scale. Do also notice a decrescendo or diminuendo, as some would have it. Let's go from the tutti entry from the Benedictus here. You can see it marked tutti, which is everyone, after 2. 1, 2. Benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini. Lovely. Clear that note and then start to take a nice deep breath, because we have rests on the second, third beat of that bar and on the first beat of bar 14, and we come in on the second beat. So it's 1, Benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini. So there's that section we had earlier on with a little Benedictus before it. Have a listen to it, sopranos, from bar 14 after 1. It's 1. Okay, please, with the ham-fisted piano playing there. Let's sing it together after 2. After 1, rather. And 1. Benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini. Lovely. Now, we're on the last line, and this is where this very, very typical bit of French writing takes place. Okay? We're on a B flat, and we sing. Let's have a listen. It's 1, 2. Hosanna, Hosanna, in excelsis. And then do you know what? We do it again. Hosanna, in excelsis, in excelsis. It's absolutely lovely. Let's sing it together from the last 2 notes of the top line on the second page. 1, 2. Hosanna, Hosanna, in excelsis. Hosanna, in excelsis, in excelsis. And there's some rather lovely swells up and down on Hosanna in excelsis both times. And you'll really hear when we sing it through in a moment that this is a particularly nice chord shift that Fauré liked, and so he thought, well, why waste it? Let's repeat it. So from the very top, you'll hear a note in the organ, and our note begins there, sopranos. So here we go. This is the soprano sing through from the top. Take a nice deep breath, and it's 1, 2. 2. Isn't that a lovely little piece? Really, really sweet. Well, that's the soprano teaching there, and I'm just going to change the levels as we ask the altos to come up onto the dais, and we're going to have a look at your line. Now, those of you familiar with Fauré's writing for alto know that it's a bit of a mixed bag. For every cantique de Jean Racine, you have the Sanctus from the Requiem. This, I think, falls neatly in between. There's some really rather nice chromatic moments for altos, and there's certainly more than 2 notes. So, from the start altos, we sing 1, 2, Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Now, most of that is straightforward. It's just that the A flat, A natural, B flat stuff that's going on in the middle. So just listen to it. 1, 2. Okay, let's sing it with the piano. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Very nice. Now, the last 2 notes on the top line, we sing Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. So again, more chromaticism, more shifting around between the A natural and the A flat. So once more, just listen to the notes from Benedictus, the last 2 notes on the top line of the first page. It's 1, 2. Just that qui venit one more time. Okay, let's sing it together, altos. After 2 from Benedictus. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Very nice. That bit's worth a little bit of practice, but of course you've got this rehearsal to rehearse along with. Now the tutti part at the bottom of the first page. Benedictus, qui venit. Listen. Okay, that G flat is very important. So let's sing it together from the tutti entry after 2. 1, 2. Benedictus, qui venit. Lovely. Now we move down to the F, up to a G natural. So we have that little figure here. So from venit, venit in nomine Domini. So listen to the whole thing from the tutti entry, and feel free to sing along. 1, 2. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Good. Crescendo up, and then down the other side in bar 12. We take a breath on the second beat of bar 13, and we then come in with the tune briefly. So we sing 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus. So listen to that. Okay, just watch out for that chromatic moment on the second Benedictus there between bars 14 and 15. Let's sing from the solo marking in bar 13. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus. Good. And then this figure, which we know from before. So it goes, qui venit in nomine Domini. Very nice indeed. Although actually, my apologies, this is not the world's best score. That actually should be a D natural on qui. And so I'm just going to make a subtle adjustment. You'll barely even notice it. Where are we in the recording? I need to go back a little bit further. I'm going to make a little adjustment so it actually reflects what should have been. Right, so that should be a D, which should be there. Okay, so from the solo line, it's Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Listen to that again. That's not the easiest line, is it? Qui venit. So just make sure you've had a chance to sing that through with me, which we'll do now. From the solo line, bar 13, 1, 2, Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Fabulous. Definitely more substantial than 2 notes in the Sanctus. Now, this is, I just love this. Such a nice alto line. So we drop down to a D flat here, altos in 18. We sing Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. And then we go Hosanna in excelsis, in excelsis. Isn't that a splendid line? Let's sing it together, altos, from bar 18. Ready, 2, 3. Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. And Hosanna in excelsis, in excelsis. That last chord is just so radiant and so lovely. So let's take it from the top, altos. Sopranos, of course, are here. Altos are here. And we're going to come in. You'll hear that same note, and let's sing it together. Here we go. So, 1, 2. Last Hosanna is so special. As I've said, Fauré could tell he'd written something nice because he does it twice. Okay, so that is the alto line. Never say that Fauré is not capable of writing a nice alto line. Just sometimes he chooses not to. Tenors, let's have a look at your line. This is a really nice part for tenors, and indeed for 10 altos who wish to sing along as well. So from the start, we have that same chord. It's 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Now, so far, this is the most classical sounding line, isn't it? Okay, there is a note on the end which we'll look at in a minute, but let's sing it together. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Now, at the end of that, Domini, we go up to that E flat to land back on the D there. So just be ready. Let's go from Domini, the last bar on the top line. So it's Domini, and then we sing Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. So far, without doubt, the most melodically satisfying line of the entire piece. So from the Benedictus, let's give it a go, tenors, at the last two notes on the top line. 1, 2, Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Fabulous. Now, having been largely free of the worries of things like accidentals and so on, Fauré realises he's forgotten all about the tenors, and now we get some slightly more meaty line. Hang on, not the world's best score. That's going to be a C. Sorry, one more time. So Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. That's a very French sounding line. Listen to it on the piano. 1, 2. Okay, so let's sing that together, tenors, from the tutti entry, the bottom of the second page. First page. 1, 2. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Lovely. And then we sweeten it. We're back to D naturals. So we sing Benedictus, Benedictus. We stay on the C there. Let's sing that together from solo. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus. Good. And then qui venit in nomine Domini. From qui venit. Hang on. Just let me double check this note. Yeah. Okay, so from qui venit, 1, 2, qui venit in nomine Domini. Lovely. Let's go from the solo line at the top of the second page. Benedictus. Here we go. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Super. Then you grab a breath. And then we get this is such a nice line for tenors. We sing Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. And then do you know what? We get almost exactly the same. Words are different, but notes. Hosanna in excelsis, in excelsis. Let's sing that together, tenors, from bar 18. 2, 3. Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna in excelsis, in excelsis. It's a very, very special line. Let's sing it from the top. So, tenors coming in here, altos here, sopranos here, and basses will be with you in a moment. But this is the tenor sing through, so let's give it a go. Hear the chord. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine And I think those of you who are tenors or tenoras and tenaltos, you are spoilt for choice in this particularly delightful movement. Back to the top for the bass part. And if you've been singing along with this one, basses, you'll have a head start, but let's take it from the top. You hear the chord, and it's 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Okay, very similar sort of structures to classical pieces, but with some extra chromaticism for fun. Okay, let's sing it together. Ready, 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Lovely. Now back to the B flat, the lower one this time. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. So just listen to that, please, basses, from the low B flat here at the end of the top line. 1, 2. Okay, let's sing that together. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Great, we're now at the tutti entry. Okay, up to fourths and fifths and a couple of bits of chromaticism here. So from tutti it's 1, 2, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Let's sing that together, basses. The rest of you want to have a sing along. There's your chord at tutti. 1, 2. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Great. Now the solo part at the top of the second page with a lovely warmth. We sing Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Very similar to the start, except A natural instead of A flat. Let's sing it, please, basses, from the solo. 1, 2. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Great. Now, the last line, pitching this G, it's really helpful if you keep the F in mind. You were just singing it on the top line before you went down to the B flat. And so think of the G flats as just decorating that F. So we sing Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. Okay, second time, same notes but different words. Hosanna in excelsis, in excelsis. Let's sing it together. So from bar 18 basses, 2, 3. Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna in excelsis, in excelsis. Lovely stuff. Okay, back to the beginning, and we'll sing the bass part all the way through, and then we'll have the full choir play through. And you can see how all these parts fit together. Basses, tenors, altos, sops, but this is the bass sing through. And here we go from the top. Have fun. And... Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, qui venit in And there you have it, everyone. So that's the teaching. I'm just going to adjust the level so that everyone can be heard equally, as it should be. And we're going to sing this one through. If you've enjoyed this, well, please do like the broadcast, share and subscribe to the channel if you're not already done so, because this is what we do here on Home Choir. So we're starting off from the top. You'll hear the note, sopranos, altos, tenors, basses. This is our first full sing through, and we will be enjoying this at the Sing Sunday, which is in a week and a half's time. Here we go. Have fun.
Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, qui venit in
So there we are. The Benedictus from the Messe Basse by Monsieur Fauré, taught for all of you here on Home Choir. As I said, please do share the broadcast with anyone you think could do with learning a lovely piece of French music, practicing their sight singing, or just enjoying some good times with some good music. Join me on Fun Friday as we're doing something completely different. We're doing I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles by the Proclaimers and all sorts of other really good, catchy toe-tapping songs. Next week is our week in association with the Marmalade Trust. It's our Loneliness Awareness Week, so we've got songs very carefully chosen to help us with our support of that fantastic charity. So do join us next week. Look out for the newsletter, subscribe to that if you haven't done so, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, folks. All the best. Bye.